Hello everyone, this is Autumn Shade and today I'm doing a video about the 8 Sabbats. This has been requested before, but I've I don't know, I just haven't come around to making it yet. So today I'm going to briefly go over the 8 Sabbats, and I'm not going through the Wiccan sacred story with the 8 Sabbats because only Wiccans do the Wiccan sacred story sort of thing, and there are many other pagans that celebrate the Sabbats for the other things to do, you know, with the change of the seasons and all that, and not about the Wiccan sacred story as well. I hope that made sense. So I'm gonna start talking about Samhain, the one which is spelled like Samhain but is said like Samhain. Samhain marks the start of winter and when the days start getting shorter, so it gets darker earlier. And it is also a time when, as some people put it, the veil between the world of the living and the dead is at its thinnest. So people connect with their ancestors and spirits and things, and many people find this an excellent time to do divination work, so scrying, tarot reading, you know, all that kind of stuff is really good. Like Samhain is a really good time to do that because the veil, as they call it, I call it the veil, it sounds cool. Anyway, yeah, so that's a brief outline of Samhain, and that is in the northern hemisphere. That is around the Halloween, well, it basically is Halloween. Technically Samhain is the 1st of November, but traditionally people started the celebrations the night before on the 31st of October, and it went through from the 31st into the 1st of November. The second Sabbat I'm going to talk about is Yule. Yule is the winter solstice and it's the shortest day of the year. In the northern hemisphere it's on the 21st of December. So after this day the days begin to grow longer, so the sun is out for longer, but Yule is the shortest day. Yule marks the rebirth of the sun when the energy starts to flow back into the earth. Imbolc takes place on the 1st of February in the northern hemisphere, and this marks the very beginning of spring when we first start to see the green shoots coming up. So Imbolc is about us first seeing when spring has arrived. Ostara is on the 21st of March in the northern hemisphere, and it is also known as the spring equinox. This is a time when the hours of daylight have increased so that the time of light and dark is even, so we have the same amount of time. It's like night and day are balanced at that time. At this time we really start to see spring, so we start to see plants blossoming and all that kind of stuff. So this is when spring is sort of like right at its peak. Beltane takes place on the 1st of May in the northern hemisphere. This festival is about lending a helping hand to growing crops. So it is celebrated with fertility rituals, and the symbolism is, you know, things that are to do with fertility because we're aiding these crops to grow. The summer solstice in the northern hemisphere is on the 21st of June, and this time is the longest day, so it's the opposite of the winter solstice when it's the shortest day. This is the longest day, and it's a very powerful time for when you're casting spells, and many druids go to Stonehenge on this day to celebrate the summer solstice. You might have seen some of that stuff. Lughnasadh is celebrated on the 1st of August in the northern hemisphere, and this festival marks the very beginning of the harvest. The autumn equinox is on the 21st of September in the northern hemisphere. This time marks the end of the harvest and the completion of the year. So I hope that gives you a little insight into what the Sabbats are about. It was only very brief, as you could probably tell, because I find that if I try to go too in-depth into videos that I forget what I'm saying, etc. So If you want a sort of more detailed explanation, you could message me and I can send a written thing to you, because that would be easier for me if you want a more detailed explanation. So thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful, and blessed be.